Hello, boys and girls. We are trying this another time, a third time. Apparently, if I touch this fucking thing at all, everything messes up and I can't play nothing. So we're gonna try it again, though. Let's good. Okay. So once again, here we go. Ask a psycho. Anyways, should we start over from the list? Should we start over from the beginning? Let's start over from the beginning. For those that don't know, I'm drinking the Razor Sharp IPA. The Razor Sharp IPA brewed by Opinions and Beer. Number one podcast. The number one beer podcast of all time. Entertainment wise. Anyways, let's see what happens. Let's see. Let's start from the top, guys. Questions that have been asked to the psycho. We're going to answer every single question in order. Bunch of questions. Now, if questions pop up on the side, it can be anything of the under the sun, whether it's wrestling or whatever. Fucking float your goddamn boat. Let's chat. Let's have a little chat. Wrestling, beer, something offensive, controversial. Let's do it. I'm gonna. Anyways, what would you do if you found a dead body in a hotel room? I guess the biggest question with that is, whose hotel room is it? Do you know the body? Is it a random body? Let's take for a second that it's a random body in a random hotel room. I just so happen to be walking through. I say, hey, I'm gonna walk to this hotel. Maybe this one room looks a little weird, looks suspicious. Some suspicious activity is happening, or maybe I get a key card and I check into my hotel. And I walk in, and there it is, a body, a deceased individual laying on the floor, a corpse. I look down to the Mrs. or Mr. Corpse, and I get down. I slowly get closer and crevice the body and touch it and see what it's all about, if you know what I mean. That's a necrophiliac joke for those keeping score. Next up, we have question number 2. If bald people work in a restaurant, do they still need to wear a hairnet? Do bald people need to wear hairnets? Well, first of all, bald people, I'm pretty sure, have like flake skin, like dead skin flakes. So yes, I think they do need. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'd rather a hair in my, because I'm pretty sure that majority of people wash their hair, so I can assume that the hair was washed. I have a feeling that bald people don't really wash their bald, dead skin scalp. And so I don't want no fucking skin scalp flakes all in my fucking food. And so I'm like, oh, look at seasoning. No. Your fucking bald ass flakes. Wear your goddamn hair nets, bald people. Mr. Baldy bastards. Which one would you prefer? Have no nose, but have really good smelling fingers, or be blind, but have a really nice smile? Have no nose, but have a really good smelling fingers, be blind, but have a really nice smile. What the fuck does that mean? Okay. So I think the real question is have no nose or be blind. Because one saying, oh, you'll be blind, but you can smile. To be fair, you can still smile with the nose. You'll just be fucking scary looking. And not in like a spooky way, but more of like, oh, I've never seen a person without a nose before. It's really just like an odd thing to see. It's taken back. That's what it is. It's a feature that would take somebody back for a moment. Like, oh God, not like that. Like, you know, worrisome. But without a nose, I mean, you don't have a nose, but you still constantly smell well. Oh, you have a nice smell to you, even though you have no nose. I think we can get past the nose thing. I think being blind, you're entirely crippled. and you could smile. What the fuck is that good for? If you have described something as indescribable, haven't you already described it? If you have described something indescribable, haven't you already described it? No. Why is it called beauty sleep even though you wake up looking like a hot mess? Well, I think beauty sleep is more like a terminology for maybe like the mind is beautiful, like the beautiful mind. You're giving your mind a rest. You know, it's not. I think it's more metaphorical for mental health and not necessarily physical looks. What has been the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn? Now, I mean, that's a hard question because I've worn some sick shit. I've worn some weird fucking shit that I've never been embarrassed because I wore something odd. I mean, I dressed up in like pirate outfits and fucking clown outfits and danced in front of Domino's Pizza. I mean, I wore a fucking dress with a pentagram in it. And I was not embarrassed doing any of that stuff. It was my idea, and I willingly did it. And you know what? I kind of liked it too. Not the dress, but kind of the dress. Not in a liked it like a way, but like it was fun, whatever. Okay. Which would you choose? Be alive and alone, or about to die with a group of friends? Now, that's kind of a trick question, ain't it? Live alone, or die with friends. Live alone, die with friends. Now, if I say die with friends, it kind of seems kind of selfish of me. Like, oh, my friends don't deserve to live without me. I am the cornerstone. I am the centerpiece of my group of friends. Of my friends, they don't deserve to continue on another breath if I'm not there. So we should all die together. If I die, they die. If I die, they die. So I guess the responsible thing to do would be say alive and alone, and honestly, I'd say let's all die together. But yeah, alive and alone, I could fucking sit here and fiddle with fucking the mic and make sure I'm not muted every 10 goddamn seconds. So, how many pennies do you think would fit into this room? What kind of question is that? This room or this room? Like that room, the writer's room, or the room that I am in? I don't even know how big a penny is. I guess a penny's like this big. It's like the size of a quarter. I guess it's like the thickness of a penny. So probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 30, 60, 90. Let's say that's 100. It's like 1,000 pennies. 1,000 times. I think it's 1,000 times 900. So 1,000 times 900 is like 900,000 or 9 million. So maybe 9 million pennies would fill this room? Final answer. Should a man about to be executed in an electric chair be saved if he had a heart attack? Has this happened before? Is that why this question is being asked? Is this like a thing that occurred? It's quite baffling, quite a baffling thing that would have happened. So they're saying that a man about to get the chair, he's walking, he's like, I'm gonna die today. Today's the day that I'm gonna die. I'm gonna walk to that chair, and they're gonna light me up like a lightning bug. Here we go. Walking, you say bye to your chain gang, everybody. Bye, guys. They're lighting me up tonight like a Christmas tree. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. They're gonna electrify me like the goddamn Rock. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Yeah, they're gonna. I'm gonna be a fucking fluorescent light. So you walk up, you get to the electric chair. You go sit down. All right, guys, here I go. I'm done. I'm gonna die today. Today's the day that I'm gonna die. Go to sit down. Have a heart attack. They bring you back. No, motherfucker. You ain't gonna have a heart attack. You ain't going out that easy. We plan to electrocute you. We're gonna electrocute you. Bring your ass back and throw you back into the chair. You're dying by the chair, buddy. Well, you won't die by the heart. What the fuck? You know what though? Yeah, fuck it. You know, if you deserved it, if you did something like, maybe if you're wrongfully accused, it's wrong, obviously. But if you did something heinously outrageous that you are going to be chaired, then yes, bring your ass back from the heart attack and put your ass in that fucking chair. You're going to die twice tonight. Do you think if anything is possible, it's still possible for anything to be impossible? Now, I know a man who I stabbed, laid on train tracks, was hit by a train, and now he's up stabbing me in the back and betraying me. I know a guy who I shot in the chest in the ocean. He fell in the ocean where sharks are, blood everywhere. Obviously, if you bleed in the ocean, you get eaten by a shark. So obviously, this man was eaten by sharks, and the next thing you know, he was shat out in a fucking river somewhere, in a lake, in a creek that led to a lake or the river. And he comes out, and now he's fucking trying to kill me. So I've seen the impossible be possible, so nothing is impossible. That is true. Is it possible to hear someone's iPod while they're running at maximum speed? Now, I have no idea what that means. Is it possible to hear someone's iPod while they're running at maximum speed? While they're running, is it possible to hear their iPod? I don't think you hear their iPod. I think you hear their headphones. Is it possible to hear headphones, but not an iPod? And really, so then it depends on what kind of headphones they have, what the speaker is. I don't think iPods have speakers. iPods don't have speakers. I think all iPods had you had to plug them in your head. Have you ever attempted to swallow toothpaste? Yes. In fact, we made a beer that tasted just like toothpaste, and I swallowed that. I swallow a lot of things that taste like toothpaste. Have I ever tried swallowing toothpaste? Yes. It's pretty easy to swallow toothpaste. You just brush your teeth, and then toothpaste, you swallow it. I mean, fucking kind of question that bullshit. What music would you choose to play every time you walk into a room? Last Resort by Papa Roach. Well, you know what? And actually, like the new version, they have a new version where another guy does it with him, and that's a good version too. I'd walk into that, or something like emo, something like pretty eye rolling. I want to walk into the room to something that's very like, oh my god, this fucking guy walking in here. A popular monster. I'd walk into the room, popular monster, or obviously my theme song, Last Resort. Which is what I walk into the room every time. Do fish have a thirst for water? Do fish even drink water? I wonder if fish have the same thing that whales are mammals. I don't know. I don't think fish drink. I think they naturally absorb water, like how plants absorb the sun. Can you imagine a fucking fish and they dehydrate in water? Like, I'm dehydrating. I haven't drank water in days. Fucking open your goddamn mouth, your gills. Breathe it in. Is there a limit to how intelligent a single person can be? No. Intelligence can be gained every day. Intelligence is gained on the daily. Knowledge is a constant flow into one's mind. Anyone got questions? I'm trying to get drunk here. Do fish even drink one? Any questions for me today? Why is a sandwich meat round when bread is squared? To piss you off, or to get a bite of the meat. Because sometimes, you know what? I actually kind of like that because I like to get the meat bite. I like to get a bite of meat before I get a bite of bread. I like to always have a bite of meat. So maybe that makes sure there's a piece of meat dangling out of the bread. No, that doesn't make sense. Cool if you have giant bread. To fucking be annoying. That's why. Packaging reasons. Someone, the bread company has a patent on squared food, and so does Cheez-Its. You can't have meat squared unless you're fucking Wendy's. And I'm pretty sure that's fake squared, so I don't give a shit. Who's the fifth person on your missed calls? Oh my god, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't fucking know. The wife or Super Danger. The wife or Super Danger. Let's see. Okay. What's up? Who's this? Let me see your thing pop up here. I don't see. I see you commented, but it's not popping up my fucking thing. Of course it's not. Of course it's not. Fucking shit. I've been having trouble all day. That was a good finish to the Dynamite. What's next for our wrestling? Okay, so right now we're in the middle. So I'm not getting any else comments on my fucking phone. So that makes me so annoyed because I've been having difficulties doing this shit. Let me try to reset it. There we go. Here we are, guys. Starting off with HCW Backyard Wrestling Archive. That was a good finish to the Dynamite. Yes, MJF doing a really good promo that he's getting props all around. However, he's getting criticism for cutting a face promo while being a heel. What is that? It's just a ruse. Is it a ruse? Or are they doing a double turn and is CM Punk going to become a heel? MJF face? Bad idea because MJF is the hottest heel in the business right now. I would say he's a hotter heel than Roman only because Roman is kind of like a neutral character. He's kind of getting, we're all happy that he's heel. What's next for your backyard wrestling show? Well, right now we're doing a WAW tournament. WAW is a wrestling company, a backyard wrestling organization that we have teamed up with to deliver co-content, and and so they have a little stuff going on, and we have a big storyline. If you watch the finale of Game Over, if you watch Game Over, all that shit's about to play out in a major way throughout the entire year. So a lot of things to come if things should. Thoughts on party pizzas being square? Trash. No, I don't know. I don't know why are they squared. You know what else is cut squared? Maybe it's because there isn't most party pizzas kind of like thin crust ish. Why is all thin crust cut squared? Isn't all thin crust pizza cut squared? I always thought that was weird. Maybe it's just the maybe it doesn't rise. It doesn't rise properly. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. It goes against the Bible. Yes. Jesus went to the temple. He's seen these motherfuckers cutting square ass pizza, and he said, fuck that. He started flipping tables. He said, this is bullshit. Square pizza. Pizza was made to be cut in a triangle. Thus, the pyramids are triangle built in the shape of a pizza slice, not square. We don't have square pyramids. Some bullshit. No, you know what? We do have square pyramids. The fucking Aztecs. So fuck the Aztecs too. Fuck the Aztecs. The square ass fucking rectangle pyramids. Bastards. You know what though? The Aztecs were in the Bible. Egyptians were. So yeah, Aztecs are fake. Is that a master sword? Yeah, yes. It's definitely a Zelda Link sword up there. It's pretty cool stuff. We're going to be adding to this. I used to have a Halo sword. We're going to be adding and making this whole fucking wall something. We just moved into this location, and we're just slowly going to be adding to it. So, yes, HCW Backyard Wrestling. A lot of stuff. If you watched Game Over, King Violent returned. My arch nemesis, I shot him in the chest in the fucking ocean. I mean, we were literally dying off. It's gonna see what happens. Hopefully, he doesn't come at me during the tournament. I've been told by WAW that he will not try to that they are not allowed to touch me or come near me at the tournament. So hopefully we're good. But yeah, he's fucking come. You see that motherfucker? You see King Violent coming at me with a goddamn flaming torch? That bastard. What a piece of shit. You think I walk around with flaming torches? Motherfucking headstrong, turning on me. My friend. Backstory. Missing on the Opinions of Beer Network channel, obviously because a lot of our older content was posted on Psycho 180. Psycho 180, obviously. But we came to a collective. Opinions of Beer Network is where we're going to start. It's why we're posting here from now on, because it's the new official channel. And I hate that I had to post under my own name, because then it seems like I'm running the show, but I'm not running the show. And so I just know how to use YouTube, and other people do not. Well, I think I know how to use YouTube. I tried this video 3 fucking times, and it was muted. The first, actually, this is my 4th video, so it was muted 3 times. 4th time, we're finally on track. My dream tag team partner, in general, in life, in backyard wrestling, what is it? In my dream tag team partner, in the grand scheme of things, because I don't fucking know. No, obviously probably like a Kane or somebody, someone old. No, who would be a good current guy for a tag team? Probably someone that is slightly the opposite of me, but also the same. Like fucking what's that guy's name that was just in the Elimination Chamber, and he's, I'm really bad with names. I hate a lot of the current wrestlers. I hate a lot of the current wrestlers in real life and backyard life. So I'm not sure who I'd team up with. Brock Lesnar. Yeah. No, you know what? Okay. I got one. R-Truth. R-Truth. I would team up with R-Truth. Be fun. But yeah, Brock Lesnar is obviously a given for anybody or goal. But yeah, I'm a opinions on Trent Acid. Okay. Hold up, guys. You're asking me things. Let's see. Trent Acid is an American professional wrestler. Trent Acid. He died of a drug overdose in 2010. Good God. CZW. Okay, he's one of these CZW guys. Okay. So while I respect the danger that goes into CZW, I'm definitely a fucking Vince McMahon mark when it comes to the style of wrestling that I like, and so we've tried light tubes in the past. I even have scars all over my face from light tubes, and really, no one's making money, so it's not worth it. Grim Reefer. I don't know names. I have to look at these people. It's just who I am I'm just mindless person. Grim Reefer, pro wrestler, finisher, the crossface. What's he in? SWA Pride, Jersey, NWA Cyberspace, USA Extreme. Fuck me. Tell me what he's doing right now. What's this Grim Reefer doing that makes you interested in him? GCW. He's based. Opinions on based. He's smokes joints in the ring. Well, if that's his gimmick, does he smoke joints the entire time? Or is it like a R-Truth thing where he walked out and he smoked a cigarette? Like, oh, I'm fucking tired. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette and blow it on John Morrison. Grim Reefer. No, I know. I get that, but you know, I've seen people with stoner like gimmicks where they don't smoke weed on camera. I mean, that's literally Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle doesn't smoke weed on camera. It's referenced. He acts high all the time. The Grim Reefer. But I guess, you know, he should though. Yeah, probably. I think the stigma, not that it's not like not that it's a bad thing at all, but I'm saying the stigma for like the uptight network TV execs, they would not let, they're like, oh my God, he's smoking a reefer on the show. Quit that shit. Tell him he can't be lighting up the blunts now. This ain't a hot box. No, we are thieves. We are audio thieves. We steal almost everything except our theme song. We're slowly but surely, we are going to have all original stuff. But so slowly but surely, we're going to have all original stuff. We're working towards that because the one thing I hate, one of the biggest reasons why we're on this channel and not the Psycho 180 is just to try to do our best to get away from the copyright strikes and we're giving money to X amount of people or whatever. So I hate that is every time someone watches your video you're giving them money. It's like, well, fuck them. And so that's another reason why we use midis and 8-bit soundtracks, because a lot of that is unclaimed and unfindable with audio traces, and so none of it gets flagged. Yeah. Not throwing shade. No, it's fine. I understand. But no, that's why it's pretty original sounding, and it's can't be traced, and that's why we're using it. Because I hate paying other people, not me, but YouTube saying, "Oh, we're gonna run ads on your shit and pay somebody and flag you. You can't be monetized." This is Razor Sharp IPA, brewed by us, Opinions and Beer. That's why we're on the Opinions and Beer Network. We stopped doing backyard wrestling, started a beer podcast, which is pretty big on Spotify. It's not growing on YouTube. YouTube doesn't give a fuck about our beer podcast. So we started trying to make new content and thus bringing the wrestling over. And it's a good thing it's a good thing we got in touch with some of these WAW guys, or they got in touch with us. That's really what happened. These WAW guys got in touch with us. They were about to quit. And they said, "Hey, we've seen some of y'all's old videos. Can we do like a little run?" Well, that run has turned into like, we're going to be here for a while. But when we stopped doing the wrestling, we're doing this podcast, and we make beer now. We make our own beer. So that's pretty cool, while also reviewing craft beer from around the world. And so far, all the beer we've made has been really good. It's been some of the best beer. There are some growing pains. There are some beers that it's like, okay, this could have been better. This style could have been better, but it's all a part of the learning. I'm surprised at how good the beers are, with them being literally our first. We just do a lot of research before making a brew. These are actually my last. I pretty much planned on doing this show so I could drink the last of my IPAs. These are the last of them. I have like 3 more, and then all I have is in the Weizenbach. We have a stout and a few others, but I'm gonna go and get rid of the IPAs because the IPAs have a shelf life of 3 months. Did you know that? So if you ever go to the store and you see that, oh, this was brewed 4 months ago, well, guess what? That means the flavor, they don't go bad. Beer doesn't really go bad, but the flavor is no longer the flavor it's supposed to be. Hop life has a hop flavor has a 3-month shelf life, at which point it starts to lose its flavor, turns more into the bitter, and then it kind of goes into a coppery taste. So if you ever drink a 4, 5, 6 month IPA, you're drinking a different beer than the beer they brewed. So that sucks. Trying to grow the show. If y'all guys know anybody in Southeast fucking Texas, tell them, hey, you want to be a part of a backyard wrestling group? They need more members. Right now, we're trying to talk a third group into sharing their people and storylines, but they're being very kind of exclusive and seldomly taking requests. They do not take requests, and it's kind of weird. It's like, come on, guys. There's literally you few people, us few people. If all few of us people join together to do a show, we'd be one big people, and we could do a whole bunch of stuff. Right now, it's a struggle. So you're going to see us doing a lot of stretching out storylines. But maybe that's for the best. Maybe you'll find that some of these storylines get really, really good because we stretched them out. And hopefully that's the case. This Wednesday, I don't know if I'm going to do it live. Usually I do. My last beer, my Weizenbach, I brewed live on Facebook on the Beer Guys. We have a Beer Guys, and we also have Opinions and Beer on Facebook as a group. And I brewed the beer live. I might brew live on YouTube Wednesday, and we're gonna brew I'm gonna brew a sour. It's based off our interview with Napoleon Dynamite, and I'm brewing a beer in honor of him. So it'll be fun stuff. Any other questions you got for me? How's this? Ask me some WWE questions. That's my that's my mark. That's my forte. That's me marking out. But a lot of stuff happened in WWE, huh? Pretty crazy. So here's the thing with me. I actually don't watch wrestling at all except pay-per-views. I actually read wrestling. You don't watch WWE? Yeah, I see. Here's the thing though. I only watch pay-per-views. I don't actually watch wrestling, but I read it. And that may be an odd thing, but that's how I've come to enjoy wrestling, by sitting there going to like a PW Mania or somewhere, going to the results, and if it's a good writer, they'll write down a lot of the stuff that happens. And I honestly, that's kind of my that's kind of why I've not fallen into this hatred of something, because I'm able to sit here and read what they're going for and enjoy it that way. It's like, instead of, maybe it doesn't play well on screen, maybe the actors portraying their characters are not good at those characters, or they're not, but if I read it, I don't actually see these people and what their potential is. I can see what they're trying to do. And if I enjoy it, then I can know, oh, this is a good storyline. This is good. And so I do a lot of reading. I read all of my wrestling. That's fine. That's cool. So I guess you're not excited that Stone Cold Steve Austin may be returning for a WrestleMania match? I'm pretty excited about that, because I just don't know what they plan on doing. Is it going to be a singles match? Is it going to be a tag team match? Is he going to tag with The Rock? Is it going to be Stone Cold and The Rock versus Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens? Or is it going to be Stone Cold and Goldberg against Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens? Yeah, you will. Yeah, exactly. You will watch that. But that's the big question right now. That's kind of why I'm like kind of like following WWE a lot more closely recently. Is because I don't know what they're going to do right now. They could throw a random swerve. Like Brock Lesnar could lose the belt at Madison Square Garden, and like we have like a crazy different match. Like Stone Cold, maybe. I don't see Vince. Do you see Vince getting back in the ring? They're building to Stone Cold versus Kevin Owens. I just don't know in which capacity. Is it going to be a tag match because Kevin Owens is doing this stuff with Seth Rollins, or it's going to be a singles match? And so, because Kevin Owens is doing this whole gimmick where he's like, oh, fuck Texas. Texas sucks. And so maybe it's The Undertaker. Maybe Stone Cold teams up with The Undertaker and they do a tag match. But I don't see Undertaker. I don't see. Undertaker could come back for it's got to be a Texas person. It's either got to be a Texas person or just a random legend to help Stone Cold. That's the handicap match: Stone Cold against Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. It's been the questions on my mind. It's been racing. I just want to know what they're gonna do, and that intrigues me. The it's funny, like it's like that. That's what intrigues me. It's like, what are they gonna do with this? This is obviously, it's leaked that this is happening, but it's not been confirmed of how it's happening. I mean, it could be a fucking promo, which would suck. But the speculation is that it's an actual match. Now he's training. That Stone Cold was found training for an actual match. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, that. And then obviously the idea, I guess the current spoiler is that the only reason why I think The Rock is going to be with Stone Cold is so The Rock has a reason to be there. I say reason, but that way it's already teased that he's there. So whenever he does show up at the very end, the last moment of WrestleMania, to stare down Roman Reigns, then it's a huge pop. Like, oh my God! God! The Rock versus Roman Reigns next year, California! That seems to be where they're headed. Oh my God. Have you watched Peacemaker? Peacemaker's fucking good. John Cena pulling out the damn acting chops. I think we all knew. I mean, there's a reason that top guys are top guys. It's not, I mean, there's not many top guys that are actually talented. I say in the ring in a move set capacity. Look at The Rock. The Rock's move set in the majority of his run was the right hand. That's just what he did. That's all he did. The Rock. Out of everybody, out of all the biggest names, Stone Cold might have had the bigger moveset. But even John Cena just took punishment the entire match and then hit the 5 moves of doom. So for a long part of his career. So it's surprising. Not surprising that the biggest names are just the best actors, you know. My thing's lagging. I don't know if I'm lagging. There we go. I don't know if I'm lagging or if the fucking just phone's lagging. It's whatever. I'm just drinking. I literally have. Look, not to just so we're not. I'm literally gonna drink these. So I cannot leave this booth until these beers are drinking. So I gotta sit here and figure out what to do. Anyways, until more questions show up, and I can kind of see over here when something pops up. I'll see it move upwards. Until then, I'm gonna go back to these list of weird questions. Favorite wrestler is Ludwig Borga. Ludwig Borga, favorite wrestler. Ludwig Borga. I think he's a Finnish wrestler. Anyways. Dancing in the rain. Here we go. Back to this. Who's the 5th person? If man developed from monkeys, why do we still have monkeys? Age-old question. If man developed from monkeys, why do we still have monkeys? That's not a weird question. It's a pretty fucking fairly. Well, maybe I think obviously the answer is that it was a different type of monkey. Obviously, the monkey family, not every single monkey. It's like, there's multiple different species of ants, multiple squirrels. Some squirrels fly. Why don't all squirrels fly or glide? So what a stupid question. Which would be the nicest if animals? Which would be the nicest if animals could only? What the fuck is this? Would it be nice if animals could talk? No, it's because we eat animals. It'd be fucking scary. It'd be like we have to look, cow. We gotta chop you up. We gotta make a burger out of you. Whoa! Don't make a burger out of me. Sorry, moo cow. We gotta make some burgers and steaks and all kinds of shit. You gotta go. He's talking to a cow. That reminds me of the Shrooms movie. I watched a Shrooms movie, and there's a cow in the woods, and the guy who's walking through, and obviously he's tripping on mushrooms, and he's like, "Hey, you're fucked up, dude. Oh, you're just a fucking cow." And he goes, "I'm a fucking cow that can fucking talk." And he's like, "Whatever, cow." And then he goes and dies or whatever in the woods. Pretty weird movie. Basically, everyone gets high on shrooms, and then everyone just kind of dies. And then the one chick was murdering people because the shrooms made her murder people. Because she took she took the dark shroom, the dark evil shroom. So she went off and murdered everybody. If you punch yourself in the face and it hurts, are you weak or strong? I think you're strong-willed because it's hard to punch yourself in the face. I once got so mad that when I found out that it's hard to punch yourself in the face because your brain like automatically will pull back. So like if you go to punch yourself in the face, your brain will automatically make you not punch yourself in the face. So one time, this is a true story. One time I literally trained myself to take a punch from myself. Like, you can do it, take a punch. So I would just fucking sit there and just like make my brain let me punch myself until one day, like I was like bleeding, like I was bleeding out my face or whatever. Like I had like a, like kind of like a big old bruises on my cheek. It was like a big purple bruise on my cheek, and I knocked myself out in an elevator. It's a true story because I was just determined, mind over matter. I can punch myself in the face. I think that's pretty strong. What's your most hated mode of transportation? What's your most hated mode of transportation? What does that mean? I guess some people get like taxis or buses. We don't have none of that shit around here. This is the country. We drive ourselves. There's no taxis. There's no buses. There's barely an Uber. There's one Uber. His name is Frank and Duncan. Frank and Duncan down the road. They Uber everybody. This is the goddamn country. If there's an ambulance on its way to save someone and it knocks down someone, would it? If there's an ambulance on its way to save someone and it hurts someone, would it stop to help them? I wonder. I think they actually have to. I think they have to stop and help them people first if they just hurt. They have to like revert and say, "Oh no, sorry, people that called, fuck off. We just made a big mistake and caused an accident." Who is Addison? Oh, Billy. Epic South Park. What's everyone up to? Who's watching? Chat with me, talk with me, getting drinkings on. I'm answering all these kind of weird questions and talking about fucking Illuminati shit. Anybody in the Illuminati? Am I a part of the Illuminati? No. Is there an Illuminati group forming in the darkness? The Artist of Pain. I hear who that is. I hear there's an Artist of Pain out there lurking in the shadows, waiting to debut. We'll see what happens with that. A lot of stuff. Yeah, I feel like I have a lot of stuff going on, but then when I say it, it's like, oh well, it's literally 30 minutes. I have 30 minutes worth of stuff going on. It feels like a lot. So it's really everything's time sensitive. I got to wait for ingredients to arrive. Then I got to wait for the time to do things. And I got to wait for somebody to be available. I got to wait a week for someone else to be available. Then I got to wait for this to be available. Just a waiting game. Waiting game. That's what we're doing today. We are waiting. We're drinking these beers. I have to finish these 4 beers before I can call it quits. So anyone have any weird questions, It can be wrestling related, non-wrestling related, and I'll try my best to answer. Obviously, earlier in the show, I discussed how I actually know very little about wrestling. I read it. I read all of my wrestling, and I watch the pay-per-views. I do my best to catch it to know what's going on. I kind of am been following the Tennessee wrestling, Tennessee backyard guys. They seem pretty legit. I try to talk them into letting me come out there one day to fight amongst them. But it's very possible that they're all like 13-year-olds. And if they're all 13-year-olds, then I cannot go and fight them and wrestle them because then it's weird. But I would like if Gage Flair is 18 or older, I would love to wrestle him, but I don't want to wrestle any 12-year-olds. No offense to 12-year-olds. The only thing I don't know if you guys noticed, but okay. I don't know if you guys noticed, but a lot of these little backyard shows, they do a lot of it's like what everyone else does. If that makes sense. It's almost copy and paste. Bigger show like AEW. They're literally copying AEW and WWE matches. I'm a big fan of originality and doing our best to create our own move sets and our own style of wrestling. Would I like to have a ring and do that? But yes, but I would still stick with the style that we have cultivated in the backyard wrestling community. We cultivate a style that to the point where other backyard wrestling communities are noticing that they need to probably step up. Style-wise, obviously everyone else is doing better than us, but it's quality, quality over content, over views, quality over views. I'm pretty sure that we are we have some of the best talent on our roster. We do have some hiccups. We have some hiccups here and there. A few people that need a little bit some buffering on their skills and what they can do and how their characters should be portrayed and should act. But once we get past those hiccups, everyone's really solid workers right now. And so I'm pretty happy about that. I mean, I've literally been backyard wrestling for 15 years. What's funny, apparently, if you take a break, you can't count it. So I took a 5-year hiatus. So really, I guess it's 11 years I've been backyard wrestling for. But I count those years because I've done one-offs. And so I'm going to say right now, because I did one-offs and because I always had that drive to come back to backyard wrestling one day, I'm going to say, 15 fucking years as a backyard wrestler. I'm pretty fucking knowledgeable on how to act. I just need to go back to the gym, be able to lift some people. It seems to be I'm having difficulties pulling off some of my moves I used to do, which is weird because I feel like I'm stronger now than back in the day. And yet, I think what it is I'm stronger, but everyone else also got fatter. And so now it's like, oh fuck, I'm like the same. It's like it's no good. Anybody am I pretty blurry? I guess I am. I look good on here, but then on here I look blurry. So that portraying a nice look, the actual look is trash. So I need to invest. Oh, invest. We have no money. We are broke. We are a broke company. We lack the funds to really do much of anything. And we are just skating by. But don't worry, we have some really cool stuff in the works. We have Richard Fortune has informed me that we will be getting an official championship belt because Hawk Finnegan will not relinquish his title. And so we're going to have a brand new championship all together. And that way, Hawk Finnegan can keep his title and remain the sadistic champion. But we're going to have a new OAB Network SW championship. And hopefully it looks good. Hopefully Richard Fortune knew what he was doing and knew what he was buying and knew what he was getting himself into. Hopefully he put it in the right hands because I don't want to carry around shit. Which I'll probably carry it around. Because I'm probably going to become champion once again in the near future. I better. I hopefully. Obviously got to deal with this King Violent shit. Get King Violent out of here. Whoop his ass. Bloody him. Brutality. End his career once again. King of Violence. That's one of my longest rivals of all time. Anybody out there ever been in a cult? Have a buddy in a cult. A car fixing cult. It's very strange. I don't know if you guys don't know. We have a guy named Mutilator, the Mutilator. He was the previous GM for Sadistic Wrestling, and he was brainwashed and manipulated, and now he's a part of a satanic cult. And he has to hug a man, and he has to do weird stuff with a man, and it's really not good. But he's an adult. But he was brainwashed as a teenager. So it's kind of a weird thing. Like, what do you think the statue is of? Well, he was brainwashed as a teenager, so he was underage. But now he's of age. Now he's a super adult. Now he's like 30, but brainwashed at like 16. It's like, I guess I don't know. Is there a statue? Can you say, well? But they kept his mind at 16. And I guess that doesn't, the society doesn't care if you're brainwashed. Society does not care if somebody brainwashes you. You have no rights. Once you hit the age of an adult, especially a late adult, like once you hit 21, like anything happening to you is of your own fault, even if it's come from manipulation and brainwashing tactics. Even if you're brainwashed at 21, oh well, I don't care if you're brainwashed. You're an adult now. You can stop being brainwashed whenever you want to. No, you can't. What an ignorance! Ignorance. Education is failing in this society. It says somebody's watching. It says two people are watching, but no comments. If you are having to be watching and you're one of the two people watching, go ahead and leave a comment. Let's chat it up. Ask me any questions. Obviously, we've seen. Let's you know what? While we're here, let's do a rundown of what's happened since returning for Backyard Wrestling. Since returning for Backyard Wrestling. So the first thing that happened was Psycho versus Tyson Sport for the VIP Championship. It wasn't originally for the VIP Championship, but Tyson Sport said, hey, I just convinced Psycho to come out of retirement by blinding the Super Danger. By rubbing an eye-corroding substance into his eye. Talked the Psycho to return to face me. And so I'm going to go and I'm going to win the VIP Championship and put it on the line. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and win it. Put it on the line against Psycho because I want this match to be huge. I mean, I'm going to win. I'm going to retain the belt. I want to be champion, though, when I fight Psycho. So he puts the belt on the line. after a little bit of corroding. After I go and like, hey, I want to put this fucking thing on the line. I dare you to. I dare you to, motherfucker. I don't give a shit about this shit, but put it on the line. Let's go. And here he goes. He puts it on the line. Lo and behold, I beat him, as I'm one to do. A little stand-in by Anarchy. Anarchy walking in like a little poser that he is, little Guy Fieri, Guy Ritchie, Guy Fawkes poser. Fucking Anarchy. And I beat Tyson Sport for the VIP championship. At which point, Sadistic then starts to return. Headstrong reached out to me, and now it's all coming. It's starting to make sense of why I did so. But Headstrong reached out. Hey, Headstrong. Hey, I'm Headstrong. Psycho. I'm really upset with what happened with Super Danger, and I'm really mad at Tyson Sport. And I really want to come back and help you take on Tyson Sport and WAW and the rest of those gnarly bastards, the SSW crew, all those people. Let's take them on. Let's join together. Let's bound together and fight and rid the world of these evil backyard wrestling federations that seem to be rolling around the Golden Triangle. So here they come. Here we come. We try to interview some people, and well, it seems like we're a little bit outmatched. Seems like we are outmatched. So we call upon Vincent Von Crow. Headstrong calls Vincent. I didn't call Vincent Von Crow. Headstrong called Vincent Von Crow with full knowledge that Vincent Von Crow was not an enemy of mine, but a rival. We are professional rivals. There's no grudge between us in the common sense. This is more of a professional. I'm more talented than you. You're more talented than me. I'm the better wrestler. No, you're the better wrestler. Who's the better wrestler? We will see. That's our beef. That's our only beef. We have no personal animosity toward each other. It's all competition. But he knew that. He knew that Vincent Von Crow had a competitive vengeance on me, especially because I beat him in the past in our first ever encounter. Obviously, we've had two. Me and Von Crow have only had in my 15 years of backyard wrestling. Me and Vincent Von Crow have only wrestled each other one-on-one twice. And so I beat him. He beat me. I guess one day we'll have that rubber to see who really has the goods. Oh jeez, I should be finishing these. I might put two in the fridge. Maybe I should drink two another time. When I know more stuff, we get close to WrestleMania, we'll do this again. I was gonna do like a whole hour long thing, but obviously it was fun having some of these people on. HCW Backyard Wrestling came on and chatted. Addison came on and chatted. Billy Big Butts Billy Big Butts came on and chatted. And so it was fun having everybody on, asking questions and whatnot. We'll do this again later, another time, whenever I have more things to offer, question-wise, and whenever I have basically, this is my first ever live stream, one-on-one with you guys. So we'll try again next time, and I'll be a little bit more prepared and a little bit more open with my answers. I felt a little flat, especially when I started, like, you guys started sending me CZW and GCW people, and I'm just like, I don't know who the fuck these people are. Well, I know who the CZW guy was, but the GCW, the Reefer guy, is like, I don't know who that is, but it's cool. It's fine. And if anything, go to the comments right now. If you watch this whole video, go to the comments, and I want you guys to leave a comment on the name of a wrestler I should know. Go to the comments, type in a wrestler's name that I need to go and look at their stuff, look at their history, look at some matches, put some links in the description, put some links in the comments of matches that I should be watching of a particular wrestler that I need to know of. I'm gonna go look at this Reefer guy. I'm gonna go look at I know CZW guys, so it's whatever. But yeah, I'll look at the Reefer guy and see what's going on. But until then, stay crazy. Be a part. I see, that doesn't make sense. Stay crazy. Until then, we are all but a part of the Psycho Nation. I gotta walk over here. I gotta do the walk of cut it off. Here I am. I'm walking over here and cutting this shit off. End of stream. End of stream. End of stream.